What's up? I'm Noelle at Noelle's Notions, and this is Fame by the Flame with Young Sam.
What's up?
Now, Young Sam, you have young in your name, but you're no young into the industry. I see you popping off everywhere.
Definitely.
What's some new stuff that you have going on right now?
At the moment, I just put out my album, so that's something I'm heavily promoting, like something out of a movie. That is what it's called. Pretty much the background story to it is I feel like my life right now is like something out of a movie.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. It's like everyone is knowing who I am. I'm coming up in the city.
Yeah.
I'm coming up overseas. I'm coming up in the world, and it's a beautiful thing for me, knowing that I came from another country.
Yeah.
Moved to Sacramento, and I've been working hard at the music stuff.
In South Africa? Right?
Nigeria, West Africa.
Okay,
yes.
West Africa.
West Africa, yes.
Cool. So yeah, a long journey over here, but
Most
you're killing
definitely.
it in the States.
Most definitely. It's always been a mentality of mine. I've actually been doing the music since the age of 10.
Oh wow. Okay.
But it's just one of those situations where it's like no one really makes it with the music, or like you have an accent.
Well,
or,
only Savage make it to the top.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. So then I kind of put it aside, but then after high school, I was like, man, I feel like this is something I really want to do. Like this is something I was passionate about. So then I put out my first song. Till the Very End. That was the title, Till the Very End. Okay. And that was just like a message for future me, pretty much. To just remember, like, whatever you do, just do it to the very end.
Yeah.
Because that's the message there. That was the message to it. And then that got over 30,000 plays on YouTube, and I was like, man, this is actually meant for me.
You're like, well, I guess I'm gonna be doing this.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, hey, this is a sign. So ever since then, we've been working hard at it. Put out 4 mixtapes. One of them was called Who Am I? The other is called Dreams and Reality. We had This Is Me. So it's just pretty much just introducing myself to my cultivating fan base, just to let people know, like, This Is Me was like, I'm an artist.
Yeah.
And then Dreams and Reality was just like to show people like, this is what I've been dreaming about, this is what I've wanted, and now I'm turning into reality. And then Who Am I was just pretty much a concept of like, who I was trying to be in the music industry, because like it seems like everybody's trying to be like their favorite artist nowadays, which is dope. Like, yeah, it's good to have motivation, but at the same time you have to have your own sound. You gotta have your own. Yeah,
definitely. And you say we a lot. So who are you collaborating with in some of these singles and albums?
Like I have, we have a team. Okay. I have a few artists out there. Shout out to Malachi Bevins. He's a wonderful singer. He's a soul singer. So usually he's on the track with me. We have Hannah Renee. She's like a wonderful singer also. Actually, our song right now is doing pretty good on Spotify, so shout out to her. And then I have a friend down in LA. His name is Ron G. Okay. Awesome artist, awesome producer also, so shout out to all of them.
Yeah, so shout out to the crew for making the magic work.
Most definitely, teamwork.
I mean, everything that you're putting out is great.
Thank you.
And you just recently did a performance at your old high school.
High school, yes. It's actually been a dream of mine.
Really?
Yeah, because back when I went to the high school, I was a dancer back then.
Oh,
so
okay.
I used to be a hip-hop dancer.
So you're like triple threat now.
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
Like, I just came back and now I'm killing on all levels.
So back then, I had my first rally performance, but it was in a group. So I was like, man, I want to do the solo thing. Yeah, I want to do the solo thing, but I want to do it with something that I'm really passionate about. So then one of my, he was a teacher of mine for honors English, but now he's a principal at the school.
Oh, cool.
He was like, man, I see you doing your music stuff. You're speaking positive messages. Because prior to that, he saw pictures of me going to like elementary schools and middle schools, speaking to the kids to follow their dreams and, stay passionate about what they're doing. So he was like, the kids would really love you to come back. So he was like, I mean, I vouch for you. So I had to pretty much come back and audition just for the student government team, so they can be like, oh, so.
Okay, we'll let it.
Exactly. He's like, I mean, I want you to come, but it's all to the students also. So I went back there and did a little performance for them. They're like, man, this is awesome. We want you back for the rally. So then they brought me back for the rally, and that was actually the biggest group or crowd that I performed for, over 800. And then I was nervous, but I was like, man, this is it.
Yeah, exactly.
Most definitely.
Having a great time.
Everyone had a great time. It was awesome. They actually came out to vibe with me. They enjoyed it. Because I've seen performances where people are like, who is he?
Crickets.
Yeah, and you're like, what's going on? Yeah,
like it's
exactly.
a rally and no one's rallying for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
so I was like, man, I would have hated to be one of those people. But it was an amazing experience. It's something I'm definitely looking forward to doing again. So.
Well, it just shows, I mean, your depth in your fan base, in the sense that you have these younger people in high school
most definitely.
love what you're doing. You have these older, individuals like your teachers who are loving the message that you're spreading. So I think it's kind of speaks to, amounts of how many fans you have in all different types of areas with the messages that you're
most most definitely, because this is actually pretty interesting. On Spotify, on the artist page, it shows you like a geographic of like people who listen to your stuff, and then it's like we have a high percent in the 18 to 24-year-olds and then 20, but then we have like 4 or 5% in the 60 and over, and I was like, oh man, this is real. What?
You gotta find those guys in the
exactly. I'm like,
bumping.
exactly. Like, yo, you're 60 plus, listen to Sam. That's dope. So yeah, it's a pretty wonderful thing. So.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, I love the message that you're spreading. I really love your lyrics, especially one that says, with your 100 on the dash, basically talking about like you lost your way, but now you're in the clouds. Do you want to give a little bit of background of, kind of, I mean, what is the message of that about you losing your way? Did you
I lost my way because a few years back, I actually gave up on music stuff before it became what it is now. And then shout out to Travis Martinez, that's my camera guy. And he's been working with me since day one also. And we just kind of lost a passion for it because we felt like it wasn't picking up like fast enough as we wanted to. But at the same time, it was going faster than I expected, but it wasn't like where I want, where I pictured it to be at the time. So he kind of got rid of all his camera equipment, and I stopped writing for about a year. And then monthly I'll get messages like YouTube like fans are like, when's the next video coming out? When's the next single coming out? And I was like,
you're like, fine, I'm working on it.
I'm working on it. And then I finally got it, like I finally got myself back on track, and I was like, I was motivated again, and that's when I began the process of the album. So the album should have been done by December last year, but in between, shoulda,
woulda, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
And if it was done by December, it would have been like an EP. It would have been like a 5 or 6 track album. But since we pushed it back to June this year, we were able to add more. So we did a whole full length, which was 12 songs, and then 14 if you got the bonuses. But yeah.
And how do fans out there get those bonuses?
Actually, we're just gonna put out the video for you guys. So we're gonna put out the video for you, and then we're gonna release it as two extra singles on Spotify, Apple Music, and wherever else you get music. So yeah. So then we got that going, and then we ended up with a 14-track album, which is. I mean, it was an amazing, it was like an amazing outturn because I was just like, man, people actually are paying attention to this. It was a shock because I've had people like, okay, so this happened 2 weeks ago. I woke up in the morning and someone's Instagram live the video of himself at a beach, and they were listening to So Wavy, which is also a single on the album, but it was in Italy. And I was like, man, that's pretty amazing. Yeah, I was like, man, that's dope. Yeah, I get people from Germany who message me. I get people from England who message me, Russia, and I was just like, yo, this is sick. Yeah, like this is amazing.
Well, I mean, now with the internet, everyone can kind of stream music so quickly now.
Like
having to buy a CD and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, with this new international fame that you have going, do you see yourself performing in any other countries?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, I've always said it, like, if it ends up meaning that I do an overseas tour before I do an in-state tour, I mean, whichever way it goes, I'm still gonna be able to like give back to my fans and the people who've been supporting me so long. So either way, I mean, I'm open to spreading my wings and flying around,
So fans out there then request Young Sam's music, so not only we come on a tour in-state, but then
out of state too.
Well.
Exactly. Yes, most definitely.
So where would be, I guess, like your favorite place to perform if you could choose any place?
Favorite place to perform? I'd probably say like I want to do an arena tour because I've been on a couple. I've been to one of G-Eazy's. I've been to I've been to G-Eazy's. We went to Logic's, and it was like an eye opener. Like, man, this is the kind of level I'm trying to be at. Right? Yeah, it was amazing. So trying to go out to other people's shows. I've met Yachty. I've met Post Malone. I seen him perform live, and I was just like, man, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's cool to see individuals who, like you said, like you're keeping your own sound, but you're striving for inspiration from some of these other artists who are doing what you want to be doing. So when can we see you then perform next? I mean, maybe it's not an arena tour, but where will the next time?
The next time is gonna be actually very soon. I'm not so sure yet. I want to aim for October 6th.
Okay.
I'm not giving out too many informations yet, but we're working on something because there's a new venue that just opened downtown actually. Yep. So yeah, we're trying to get a show there as soon as possible just to give back to the Sacramento people also.
Awesome. Well, you guys heard it first on Fame by the Flame. October.
Yes.
Cool. Fingers crossed. And when you drop that date and venue, will it be on your Instagram?
It's going to be all over my
Okay.
social media site just for you guys to be aware of. So,
Cool.
yes.
And then what's the best way for fans to find your music right now? I know you said Spotify.
Right now we're on Spotify.
Okay.
I'm sorry I don't really do the SoundCloud thing. If I do the SoundCloud thing, it's remixes.
Okay.
Which is amazing because one of my remixes did almost 30,000 streams.
Wow.
So I should probably invest in the SoundCloud stuff. But we're on Spotify. We're on Apple Music, Tidal, iHeartRadio, wherever you can stream music.
Cool. And then speaking of iHeartRadio, you have a partnership with them, right?
Yes, most definitely. I have some huge friends down there who support the movement majorly.
Awesome.
And yeah, it's been an amazing journey. This actually started 4 years ago. It was interesting because I was looking at a picture earlier, and I was like a little kid then. But it started 4 years ago. Yeah, one of the head workers over there brought me in. He was like, I noticed you're doing music. Same story. Your music has positive messages to it. So he brought me in. We sat in the studio, spoke on the microphone. He took me through different radio stations in the building. It was amazing. And then when I was leaving, another radio host was like, I just heard your voice on the radio. I was like, yeah, that's me. And he was like, can you freestyle? I was like, I mean, I'm not the best, but I can try. It's one of those, I got this type of moment right on the spot. And he was like, how about I bring you back to the station and we can put you on the radio. You can freestyle for us. You can promote whatever you have coming out. And I was like, amazing.
You're like, yeah.
So that happened, and that was the first time this was about 2.5 years ago that I got my first single on the radio. So that's been amazing. So ever since then, he just brought me back. And he just brought me back 2 weeks ago for my new album that just came out. So I've done that. So it's been amazing.
Cool. Can you pop off a little freestyle for us right now?
Ooh, I mean, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Lyrical Muhammad, when I flow, I sting. I'm trying to get into the game, bring up my fam so we can eat. When these people see me, I swear they're gonna think that I'm a lick. But if you're trying to run up, I might just hit you with that stick shift when I drive, cause I'm sick, shit. And I ain't playing no ups, but I'm here to kill shit. Came into the game with a mentality to win, and I'm gonna leave with my fans, and we're gonna count the 100 chips. Something like that.
Well, just something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was really smooth. That was great.
Thank you very much.
If we had a crowd, you'd just hear the applause over, right? I'm really curious. Do you have any plans to collaborate with any individuals in the future, especially ones that you look up to?
Oh, most definitely. We got Mick Mills. Most definitely, we got Mick Mills, and one of my biggest ever, Travis Scott. So if you've seen this, Travis, man, pick up the phone. But yeah, most definitely, Travis Scott's definitely one of my biggest idols. I look up to him, creative-wise, production-wise, writing-wise, performance-wise. So most definitely.
Oh, all right. Well, shout out to Meek Mill and Travis Scott. You find a way. You got the way to connect with him, man. Come
Young
on.
Sam,
And before we listen to that future collaboration with Travis Scott and Meek Mill, you have any other stuff that's coming up sooner?
Yes, I actually have an album I'm aiming to drop in the winter. It's called 1995.
Okay.
So we're almost halfway done with that. So we have 6 out of 15 tracks recorded.
Okay.
So we're moving pretty fast on this one. Considering the fact that I started for so long on the last one. So 1995 is coming this winter. Don't mark my words for it. I'm trying my best to get it out to you guys. So it's pretty much a backstory of I was born in 95. I'm trying to give an epilogue of how progressive life has been. We talk about stories from Nigeria. We talk about things from when I first moved to the States, the bullying, whatever. So. Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's awesome. I really am excited to hear that because I definitely want to get to know your story and know how you rose to where you are right now. Well, fans, remember, pick that up for your stocking stuffers in December. Well, thank you so much, Young Sam, for being on Fame by the Flame.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, it's a pleasure. Fans, again, I'm Noelle at Noelle's Notions, and this is Fame by the Flame with Young Sam. Okay, one more? Okay.
And then you gotta turn off the thing.
100 on the dash. Deflating chains, we just want the cash. I lost myself and now I'm in the clouds. Been working hard, got my foot up on the gas. 100 on the dash. Deflating chains, we just want the cash. I lost myself and now I'm in the clouds.